Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by asking you a simple question. How often have you started something but quit when it became difficult? How many dreams have you let go of? How many dreams have you let go of? How many goals have you left unfinished just because you couldn't keep going? Today, I want to remind you that the difference between success and failure isn't based on talent. It's not about being lucky either. It's all about consistency, the ability to keep showing up, even on the days when you don't feel like it. We've all been there. At first, you're excited, you're motivated, and everything seems possible. But soon, the excitement fades and the real work begins. Life gets in the way, problems come up. And what do? We slow down, take a break, and convince ourselves that we'll get back to it later, when we feel more rested or when things are easier. But here's the truth. That perfect moment might never come. Waiting for everything to line up just right is a trap. Instead, the secret is to push yourself to be consistent, even when it feels tough. Consistency is more powerful than motivation. And if you truly want to reach your potential, you have to embrace this idea. Motivation is like a spark. It's exciting at first, and it gets you started. But like any fire, it burns out quickly unless you keep feeding it. Once the initial spark fades, you're left with either a dying flame or a slow, steady burn. That steady burn, that's consistency. It's not glamorous, but it's what will keep you going when everyone else has given up. Think of motivation as a mood. Some days you wake up feeling unstoppable. You're ready to take on the world, full of energy. But if we're being honest, that doesn't happen every day. Most days you wake up with a list of excuses. You're tired. You didn't sleep well. Maybe the weather's bad or you're feeling sore. And on those days, motivation is nowhere to be found. That's why you can't rely on it. Life will always throw things your way. And if you wait for the perfect conditions, you'll never make progress. Consistency, on the other hand, doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't matter if you're tired or if life is stressful. Consistency is about showing up anyway. And that's where the real power lies. When you stop waiting to feel like it and start relying on consistency, you become unstoppable. It's like flipping a switch in your mind. Instead of waiting for the right moment, you create the right moment. You create the right moment through hard work and discipline. It's no longer about doing the work when you feel like it. It becomes a non-negotiable part of your day. Think about anyone who has achieved greatness, whether they're athletes, artists, or business leaders. What do they have in common? It's not that they're always motivated. It's not that they're always motivated. It's that they've mastered the art of showing up day after day, no matter how they feel. They've made consistency their secret weapon, and that's what sets them apart. It's not that they don't face challenges. They absolutely do, just like the rest of us. The difference is they've trained themselves to keep going when it's hard, uncomfortable, or when everyone else is ready to quit. That's the true power of consistency. It builds habits, and once those habits are in place, the work becomes automatic. When you've been consistent for long enough, skipping a workout or putting off a task doesn't feel like a relief. It feels wrong. It feels like you're letting yourself down because this habit has become a part of who you are. That's what separates those who reach their goals from those who don't. Successful people make consistency a part of their identity. But let's be clear, It's not easy. Building that kind of consistency takes time, effort, and discipline. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not exciting. Nobody is going to cheer you on for waking up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym or for staying late at work to finish a project. And that's okay. Discipline isn't about getting recognition. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when no one is watching. It's about doing what needs to be done. Whether anyone's watching or not, discipline is the muscle that powers consistency, and like any muscle, it gets stronger. The more you use it, the more you show up, the easier it becomes to keep showing up. And let's talk about that for a moment, showing up. That's half the battle. Most people quit before they even begin. They talk themselves out of it before they've had a chance to make progress. They let their feelings dictate their actions. But you have to be different. You have to show up even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it, because those are the moments that matter the most. Those are the moments that separate the average from the exceptional.